Facebook catching a lot of flack for the release of internal emails showing that they considered charging companies for personal user data several years ago. Now, some stories suggest this flew in the face of founder Zuckerberg's claim before Congress that Facebook, quote, doesn't sell data. But shouldn't the company get credit for the fact that they ultimately decided against selling the user data, as some of their competitors do? What do you think, Ann?
No, they shouldn't. You know what I think? I think that they thought about it. Of course, they're a company. They want to try and monetize all of this information, all of this personal data that they have collected. You can understand that, but the fact that they didn't do anything with it doesn't mean that the intent wasn't there. So, no, they shouldn't get credit for it. And I think this brings up the point with the Cambridge Analytica scandal, all of that fallout. So they have all of this information from the 2.27 billion monthly users. So consumers, regulators, they want to know, then what are they doing with that information? And I think that's still the question that a lot of people have. And I don't think they should get credit for it, no.
I'm going to come at it from a get off my lawn old guy perspective, I suppose, in that I don't really care. I mean, I don't understand all this fuss about Facebook, what they do with their data, what they don't do with their data. Look, I shopped at supermarkets for years at the Safeway. They had a customer loyalty card. I'm sure they sold my data. Who cares? They're a private company. I don't care what Facebook does with my data or doesn't do with my data, whether they get credit for it, they make money. I can choose not to use Facebook. In fact, I know a lot of people out there are using Facebook less and less. They're a private company that can do what they want. They're not a public utility. I know a lot of people in government want to make them a public utility, but they're not. So on my list of things to worry about, this is about number 798.
And to that point, Gary, they can and they do whatever they want. I think it's daring that a company that's grown to be their size, albeit when they were writing those emails, it was post-IPO. They were struggling. They were not as big as the 2+ billion users that they have now. But the daring that they've consistently shown that they can be so carefree and careless with your personal information and then not show up for certain hearings. And it's just this mindset that has to change because investors are sick of it and users, well, they're sick of it, but guess what? They're using Instagram and WhatsApp that Facebook owns.
Exactly.
It's a tough one because it's almost every day a story of one of these social media companies acting badly, right? And I think the arrogance is catching up to them. The empty chairs that not showing up. But you're right. I mean, people put their whole life out there for others to peruse it. It's so amazing. Now, one solution might be either to charge people or to let them get a piece of the action. I know a lot of companies out there that are actually putting things together. So when your information is sold, you actually get some form of the money. I think that might satisfy everybody since there's an urge to put it out there anyway. It'd be nice to get paid for it.
All right.